Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So let's jump right in. We're going to start off with my Declare and Decree deck. If you want to order any of my services, tarot lessons, tarot sessions, miniature altars, okay? If you don't have a lot of space in your home or you just want a small altar, check out the miniature altars that I have available here. Any of my t-shirts, hair or body oils, let me know. So I'll let you all know which decks belong to me as we go along. This Declare and Decree deck, many of you are very familiar with this deck. I've sold quite a few of these. I appreciate all of you that support my channel and that's sending donations, liking and subscribing and all of those things. So whatever comes out, you're going to write this down and burn it to clear it from your energy, okay? So we're going to see what is it that you need to clear from your energy at this time. So let's see, we're starting off with all spiritual and physical cord attachments to all wicked cults known and unknown is now cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All spiritual and physical cord attachments to all wicked cults known and unknown is now cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. So this has come out before. As I told you all in the past, cord attachments to cults can be anything, as we were just speaking on the voting and how voting is actually a vow that you make, okay? And it's like a cult, okay? So that's a cord attachment. Baptisms is a cord attachment. Different rituals like communion and various things that you've done, and you did it without any real knowledge behind it. You did it because it was something that was routine, something traditional that your family taught you to do. So whatever these cord attachments are, for some of you, it could be sororities, fraternities, okay? You'd be surprised at the type of things that's going on behind the scenes, okay? Masonic orders or whatever the case may be. Just burn and release this so that you can clear any connections that you have to cults known and unknown. Now, this one is saying all wicked agendas, known and unknown, performed against myself and my lineage, is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. This is from the deck with the darker print. You may be able to see it. All wicked agendas, known and unknown, performed against myself and my lineage, is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. So wicked agendas against yourself and your lineage. You're not always consciously aware of these things, so it's important to clear it out. Last one says all works of iniquity against myself and my loved ones is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. All works of iniquity against myself and my loved ones is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. So we see the two cards deals with wicked works going, against yourself, your loved ones, your lineage. That has to be cleared. Cord attachments to wicked cults known and unknown has to be cleared. So let's see, what is the message about today? What is it that you need to know? What do you need to know at this time? The cards is just doing what they want to do. Can I get one? So this says they lose. They lose. So your opposition, they've lost against you, chosen. Your spiritual team has been working in overdrive. They're not playing games at this time about you. Setbacks. So these people who were trying to cause setbacks for you have now lost the game that they was playing by them damn selves, okay? Y'all wasn't even playing the game. You've been focused on yourself, focused on rising into your divinity, focused on overcoming some of the challenges that you were going through, but also practicing gratitude and having that connection to the Most High Mother and Father, regardless of what you've been going through. So they lose because in spite of it all, you still have the victory. Trustworthy. You never stop being a good person. You've always been a good person. Even the people that was around you, this could be people in your immediate circle. You was always a trustworthy individual. In spite of their actions towards you, the things that they was doing that you're aware of, as well as the things that you was not aware of, you still had a good heart. But see, it's not that your heart has changed. It's just you move different now. When your spiritual eyes begin to open, you move differently. You set boundaries that you didn't have in place before. And that's why these beings was able to get away with doing particular things. But they've been defeated. They wanted to defeat you, though, through these setbacks. Like they tried to cause a lot of problems for you. but their efforts were blocked. Okay, now, especially now, because you've awakened and you've learned quite a few lessons through the things that they was doing against you, their efforts have now been blocked. Let's see, because they lose. Let's clarify these cards. They lose. People don't understand we're in a new age. You can't play the same games that you was playing back in the age of Pisces. This is the information age, the time where you know, I know, okay? And so you gain clarity. They lose. Ace of Wands. Regardless of what they tried to do, you still gain a victory. The Most High is still gifting you. I feel like what they was trying to do was they was trying to block your creativity. They was trying to block that creative spark that you have. So you are probably a naturally gifted person, which most chosen seeds you are, okay? All chosen seeds are gifted. But it's just you may not have discovered what those gifts are. So some people are more gifted spiritually. Some people are more gifted with their hands or with their voice or, different ways, like that. Dance, singing, art. Some people are gifted at both areas, okay? Both practical and spiritual things. But either way, they lose because what they wanted to stop was good news from coming into your life. New beginnings. They wanted to stop you from starting something new, okay? New initiatives and new passions. Knight of Cups is in the reverse. Unrequited love. Yeah, these people really didn't care about you like that. And so you might have felt rejected by these people at some point in your life. Yeah, and it's because you didn't set the right boundaries with these people at the time. But again, you were trustworthy. You had the right intentions. So you have here the High Priestess in a reverse. Yeah, definitely it was a strong agenda to block your spiritual gifts. A lot of these people understood that you have a strong ability to tap in and to see beyond the matrix, to see beyond the illusion. They didn't want you to trust your intuition, and so they created smoke screens for you to make you, or to encourage you to doubt yourself, because no one can make you do anything. But that is what they were trying to do, but they lost that game because you still opened your spiritual eyes. You're still able to see beyond the veil, okay? So I'm also picking up that some of these people were definitely practicing in the dark arts. If they had their own so-called spiritual gifts, they misused and abused them to work against you, chosen, because they understood that you had some sort of spark. You do have a spark within you that could really guide you down a path of spirituality, spiritual growth, maybe even being a spiritual teacher or a healer of some sort. And so there was a strong agenda to try and create setbacks for you so that you would lose that inspiration to continue to move down that path, okay? Because they understood that it would work against them. So the Six of Swords is here. Regardless of what they tried to do, you've still been able to move towards calmer waters here. You're healing. You're still making progress. They couldn't stop you. Your spiritual team is protecting you. Your children are protected, okay? Your loved ones are protected. Your spiritual team came in and pulled you out of a very turbulent and challenging time, a challenging season that these beings helped to create here. Let me clarify setbacks. Let's see. What are the setbacks all about? Setbacks. So the devil is in the reverse. The setbacks that they tried to create for many of you would be addictive behavior patterns, unhealthy lust, okay, overindulgence, feeling like, they wanted to control you. They wanted to keep you anchored and bound to your carnal nature and unhealthy ways, unhealthy patterns. That's what they wanted for you. But with the devil being in the reverse, you turned the devil right up on its head, okay? These beings who are operating in a very low vibrational energy have been turned upside down. Their agenda, their setbacks with the devil card. I told you the High Priestess in the reverse is someone who could also practice in the dark arts, who's using their spiritual gifts for very low vibrational purposes, okay? So I strongly sense that they were doing a lot of spell work here. I'm going to clarify this devil energy, but with it being in the reverse, you've been released from that bondage. Whatever setbacks they was trying to send towards you, it was to bond you. Now remember, You did have a card. Don't we have one that was talking about all bondage? Did that come out today? No. All works of iniquity against myself and my loved ones. Yes. That's one of them that you're destroying and writing down and burning. And then the other one is all wicked agendas known and unknown against myself and my lineage. And the other one is all spiritual and physical cord attachments to wicked cults known and unknown. So they might have been trying to bind you to them or to get you to agree to become a part of some sort of wicked cult. Okay. That could be the case, not for everyone, but for some of you, especially when they know that you have particular spiritual gifts, they may have wanted to use them to their advantage, but against you, okay, to make you their workhorse in some type of way on a spiritual level to offset their karma. This card just fell out. Beware of anyone from the past wanting to enter back into your life. So this just fell out before I even got a chance to shuffle. So some of these people may want to try to come back into your life because they realized that they could not bind you to them. Okay. What they tried to do was ineffective. Okay. Let me just see. What is this devil energy? It's in a reverse now. So they've been defeated. The devil energy. Competition, always trying to one-up you. These are people, they was in competition with you for sure. Always, and I told you, we started off talking about how they've been playing a game that you wasn't even playing. You weren't even a part of that game. You've been focused on yourself. But these people were in competition with you because they recognized how strong your spiritual gifts are. We're going to have to tap in and see what's going on with these gifts that you have here. Mercury retrograde. Yeah, they might have tried to do some spell work during the most recent Mercury retrograde to get you stuck in the past or to take you back to the past in some way to lower your vibrations. But it wasn't effective. It didn't work. See, someone doing black magic or juju on you. I knew that. Okay. And this is why your spiritual team has been working in overdrive to defeat your enemy. We started off with they lose. These dummies, they're still doing spell work. They're still doing rituals, trying to cause harm for you. But your spiritual team is always way ahead of them. Before they can even think of what they're going to do, your spiritual team is on top of it. But obviously you are working directly with your spiritual team to let them know what you need at all times. And so regardless of what you ask for, as long as it's for your highest good, your spiritual team, the Most High Mother and Father will always deliver. Always. And that's what these beings don't understand. I don't understand why at this point they don't get just how powerful you are. Okay, these people, they're just emotionally unbalanced. Okay, they have no balance. And this could be someone who's an alcoholic, a drug addict. This person is very self-absorbent. They're only thinking about themselves here. And so that's the problem. This is why they don't really understand the depths of who you are and the power that you really possess and the spiritual ranking that you have in the spiritual realm, because they're so low vibrational that they can't see their way through. They can't see you properly. Okay. They are, alcohol and drugs can distort a person's perception. And because they are so caught up in that energy, their spiritual perception is completely blocked. But of course, their physical perception of who you are in the 3D is also distorted as well. So they're drowning right now. I feel like they're sinking deeper and deeper into their own demise through their addictive patterns. So yeah, arrogant. This person is very arrogant and reckless. A show off. Okay. Arrogant and reckless. They're too impulsive. They do things without thinking it through. And this is why they continue to try to work up against you, Chosen, because they don't think. They're just constantly under the influence of something. And so that spirit that is dwelling within them is controlling everything about them. And if you had addictive patterns in the past, you have released that energy. And so this person can't pull the wool over your eyes anymore. They can't do it. So now they're in competition with you. So they're doing spell work. It says black magic or juju work on you. They're doing this because they're hoping to cause setbacks, but it's not harming you. It's not touching you. Okay, Page of Pentacles in the reverse. They want to cause money problems for you. Because this person, they don't appreciate who you are. And I feel like you definitely had to reject this person. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, you had to reject this person. And now they're losing. They're taking a lot of losses financially. Largely because they will do anything for money. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who they'll rob a bank. They'll steal from their mama. They will sacrifice somebody for money. They will sell their souls for money. This is someone who all they think about is money, mainly because they need to support these addictions that they have. And so they was willing to make you the sacrifice, is what I'm picking up here. But they lost, though. They were completely defeated. Everything that they tried to do got turned upside down on its head. The sun is in a reverse. This person, I'm picking up illness. Their patterns and the things that they have tried to do against you, just their health in general, the way that they take care of themselves, which they don't at all, right? The way that they abuse their bodies, their minds, their spirits. This person they're deteriorating very quickly. They are going through a lot of depression here. They're going through depression because they worked up against you. So the World card is in a reverse. They can't even close out this cycle. There's no new beginning for them. What I'm picking up is that whoever this person is that was working up against you, they are deteriorating very fast, very rapidly. Not only are they deteriorating, but they are also going to spend the rest of their life in that energy. The World in a reverse is a lack of success, disappointment. They're not able to complete this chapter successfully. They're just going to remain stuck. See, the King of Swords in reverse, because this person is bitter as hell. They're a liar. That's all they do is lie. They're very malicious. They're just ruthless, okay? Selfish, devious, okay? They're all about premeditated malice. They're overly cautious as well, so they're paranoid right now. Because this person has been working up against you for far too long. And they are now seeing that you are actually rising higher. You're looking better. You're thriving. Before, when they was working up against you, it was actually affecting you in a negative way. But that's only because your spiritual team allowed certain things to happen so that you could understand that energy is very much so real. Spell work is real. Okay? What you think and what you manifest is very real. And so your spiritual team needed you to understand energy. And so they was used as a pawn in order to help to awaken that spiritual nature within you so that you could take your power back and start demanding righteous judgment upon the heads of your enemies and start clearing out all of these blockages and these cord attachments and these, rituals and, anything that was being done against yourself and your lineage. It would strengthen you enough and awaken you enough to start stepping into your power and become the spiritual warrior that you are. And so now this person, they're very cautious. They're afraid. They're paranoid right now because they are starting to see that they are losing everything. And so they are having a hard time supporting their addictions. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. 10 of Wands. This is heavy. This is hard for them. They're having to work overly hard in order to maintain. They're definitely in survival mode, but it's burdensome here. It's heavy. They are stressed out. Yep. It's an uphill battle for them because they should not have never messed with you, Chosen. Queen of Cups, you're just a beautiful person. You got a beautiful heart. And it's like, why would you, just like this card says, trustworthy. You're a good person. So why would they be so stupid? Even off the strength that they don't know that you are a divine being, right? They don't even have to know that, right? The fact of the matter is, in the 3D, you have always been a good person, genuinely good person. Will give the shirt off of your back given the opportunity if somebody really needed it. Always giving encouraging words, never just maliciously going out here trying to cause problems for others. You was always about justice, always standing up for the underdog. But this person still chose to work up against you, and they're still trying to. What is their problem? Let's see what the hell is their problem. What is their issue with you? Because remember, the card said competition, always trying to one up you. So it's really just about their ego, okay? Their problem with you is the Three of Wands in the reverse. They're arrogant. They don't see any positive things in their future, right? They're stuck. They're stuck focusing in on the past. Everything that they try to do or plan to do or set out to do is always failing for them. So they're mad at you because you're optimistic about where your future is headed. You decided to step outside of the boundaries, okay? You're looking forward to a new beginning. You're very confident. You know who you are, okay? You're happy with the choices that you've made. And everything that you have done is starting to pay off for you. Queen of Wands in a reverse, they're jealous. They're jealous. That's why they're constantly in competition. You do something, they got to try to figure out how they can slow you down because they need to be a few steps ahead. This is all about being jealous here. They're a liar. Materialistic person. And the Queen of Wands in reverse can definitely be someone who practices in, the dark arts. So this is why they don't like you, because they're insecure within themselves. Okay, this person feels very unattractive in many different ways. And so they may try to overly embellish themselves as a way of, creating this illusion that they really have self-confidence and they feel good, but they don't. So if this is a man, he might try to, carry himself a particular way or just be overly in his alpha energy, like he's just hard, he's tough, or like he might, be flashy in the way that he presents, or he tells people that he has this or he has that when he really doesn't have much of anything. And if he did have something, whoever this is, they're losing it all. Like right now in real time, everything is slipping through their fingers, largely because they're a drug addict, they're an alcoholic. But outside of that, it's because everything that they was able to accumulate came through very wicked ways, okay? It came through corrupt ways. Corruption is what I'm looking up here. That's what I'm seeing. And so if it's a woman that's working up against you, then this person may express themselves in a way where they always got to have a certain type of hair on, or, makeup or eyelashes, or, they're presenting themselves a particular way to the world. Like they're so confident when behind closed doors, they hate how they look when they take all that stuff off. They hate how they look. What really bothers them about you, though, is that you're authentic, you're natural, you're genuine. And so when you wash your face at night, you still look the same. When they take all that crap off at night, you better run, you better hide, because I don't know what the hell you're going to be seeing when it comes to these Queen of Wands in the reverse. So this particular woman right here, if this is a woman who is working up against you, she's very, very insecure. So for her, it's always been about creating this illusion that she's better than you. She's smarter, she's more attractive. Okay, Six of Wands in the reverse. I told you, they don't want you to shine. They don't want you to get the recognition that you deserve here. This person knows that a lot of people admire you. A lot of people are inspired by you, okay? You motivate people. You are receiving the recognition and the reward that you deserve because you've earned it. You did the work. You overcame their conflict and the drama that they tried to bring into your life. Like you stood 10 toes down. And you was not going to be moved by these beings. You did not allow them to get you off of your square. And so you're being rewarded, okay? Recognized by your spiritual team. You have a strong advantage over your ops here. So a lot of people support you, but you are definitely riding high and in the spotlight. So these people or this person, they're very jealous of that. And they hate that they're not in the spotlight. They hate that they lack creativity. They hate that they haven't earned what you have earned, but they haven't done any work. And so this is why they're always trying to take shortcuts. Okay, well, if they can create stumbling blocks for you, even though they're losing, even though they will never reach the heights that you have been able to reach, and you ain't even seen nothing yet, chosen. But even though they will never be able to reach the heights that you've been able to reach, these people, their main objective is, well, how can they pull you down with them? That's what they're trying to do now. But they lose. All of their efforts have been blocked. 5 of Pentacles. I told you these people are sick, physically ill. They're deteriorating every day. And 5 of Pentacles is lack, is poverty. And now you got the blind leading the blind. Misery loves company. All of them are just walking around completely deteriorating, left out in the cold. Okay? They're definitely going through a lot of hardship, but I'm picking up that they are literally deteriorating, like physically. Their bodies are shutting down on them. And it's because they won't leave these addictive patterns alone, but they can't, because now they have to numb themselves out, because the reality is too much for them to swallow. The reality is too much for them to face and bear. But yet and still, this is the reality that they wanted for you, chosen. They wanted you out in the cold. They wanted you in poverty. They wanted you ill, sick, okay, begging, pleading, in survival mode. This is what they wanted for you. But now that it's happening to them, they can't wake up every day without getting high. It's too much for them to take on. But see, you a warrior out there. You was built for this. You was built to go through the flames and to come out shining like a diamond. You was built for this. And that's why they're jealous too. Because you went through these things that they are currently going through, but it's a million times worse for them. But you went through these things. And you came out looking better than ever. And they are so pissed off. Because for them, they wanted you to dive deep, to sink deep into your addictions once you lost everything. They wanted you to sink deep into illness, into mental anguish, mental illness, physical illness. They wanted you down on your face. And they didn't want you to get back up from it either. But now this is them. That's too bad. That's just too bad. Because at the end of the day, we can't be feeling sorry for people who choose. You have the free will to be a good person or to be an evil person. It's free will. And so these people made a choice, because feeding their carnal nature, their addictive patterns, feeding their ego, feeding their desire to see you fail, feeding their greed and their lust was more important than having integrity, okay, and honoring the Most High Mother and Father. So they deal with the consequences. It is what it is. We're spirits having a human experience. So at the end of the day, there's always next lifetime. Because in this one, their long term is poverty and lack. If they even have a long term, because I don't even think these people are going to be able to live to see old age like that. I mean, if they're already old, then they're deteriorating very fast. But if this is like young people or middle-aged people, the way that life is set up for them, they're not going to be around very long, especially because of how they're abusing their bodies. The only thing that they have to hold on to at this point is illusions that's created through their addictions. So they're going through unexpected change. This is financial disaster. Many of them are going to have to file for bankruptcy. I'm talking about huge losses all at one time. This ain't no a little bit here, a little bit there. No, this is massive losses to the point where they can't come back from it. So this says cannot be trusted. They can never be trusted. Never. And that's why you have that card that says beware of anyone from the past trying to come back into your life. Let me clarify that card. They cannot be trusted. So I have the Ace of Cups here. So they may come in saying, I want a new beginning. like this outpouring of emotions, you know. But the Judgment card is in a reverse. They're only doing this because they're trying to avoid judgment. They understand that their judgment is a very harsh judgment, okay? It's because of what they did. They were unwilling to learn certain lessons. And so their hopes is that if they come back into your energy, offering all of this love and this outpouring of emotions, that this will allow them to escape their judgment. Two of Wands in a reverse. Yeah, they're afraid of change. They don't have very many options here. That's the problem. You know, it's nothing is moving for them. So they're not optimistic about where the future is going. And so there's this energy of trying to see if they can get back into your energy again to offset their karma. The card of sacrifice. It was in the reverse. The sacrifice, it didn't work. You were supposed to be the sacrifice. You were supposed to be the one that they would use to offset the karma, not just against what they've done against you, but the things that they've done against other people. You were ultimately supposed to be the sacrifice so that they could gain some sort of wealth or your spiritual gifts. Sacrifice is clarified by the Hermit in the reverse. They wanted you, some of them wanted you to go through like mental illness. They wanted you to have a mental breakdown. Okay? So that they could either put you away somewhere, take all of your wealth, your abundance. Some of them, they just wanted you afraid, just paralyzed by fear, so that you would never be able to shine the light on them and to see the true nature of who they are, or to do that soul searching for yourself, to grow and to, you know, come into that natural wisdom that you possess. Like they wanted you to feel alone. They wanted you paranoid. They wanted you isolated, and they wanted you paralyzed by fear. Five of Cups in a reverse, but it didn't work because you healed. You was able to move forward here. You was able to heal, and you ended up rejoining the world anyway. You still came out of hermit mode. You still came out stronger than ever, okay? Stronger than ever. Four of Swords. You healed. You took the time that you needed to overcome all of those fears, the stress, the anxiety. You know, you took that necessary time to find your peace. I feel like this was you withdrawing your energy from the world, but finding peace in your solitude. You understood that this solitude brought you rest. It brought you peace. It brought you healing. You didn't allow for that isolation to turn into loneliness, anxiety, paranoia, mental anguish. You didn't allow for that to happen. You used that energy and you turned your life around, and you came back out stronger than you were before you went into isolation. So they thought that they was isolating you. They thought that it was going to bring harm to you emotionally and mentally, but they were so stupid. Look at this, the Death card. You transformed. You came out a totally different being in your isolation. You put to rest the old version of yourself, and now they don't even recognize you. But these people are begging for mercy because the Grim Reaper is here to collect. They wanted to play around with magic. They wanted to do wicked rituals against you. Now they have to pay the piper. They promised a sacrifice, but obviously the Most High said the sacrifice would never be you. It could never be you. And so now they owe. Now they owe. And the fact of the matter is they owe, many of them owe with their lives here. That's just a fact. They owe with their lives here. Nine of Wands, because you ain't never going to be taken down. Yes, you was beat, you was bruised, you was hurt, you was overwhelmed, you was weary, you was fatigued and drained. You went through it all, but you still came out standing. You still came out standing. You was not going to give up. You continued to fight. But see, these people, they don't have the strength that you have. They don't have the perseverance and the persistence that you have. They don't have the backbone that you have. And now they're working up against each other. That's what I'm strongly picking up. There's disharmony amongst these people here. Okay? there's disharmony amongst these people. So what is this? Spell broken. The spell is broken. They can keep on trying, but ultimately they're just doing spell work on themselves. Every time they do something against you, they're doing spell work on themselves at this point, because it's not touching you, chosen. It's not touching you. It won't touch you. Your spiritual team says you are too protected at this point. Your vibrations and your energy is too high at this point. You are too healed at this point. You are too aware, too awakened, too connected to the Most High Mother and Father for this little lazy textbook Google magic to work against you. It could never, because you know who you are. And so now, again, there's a sacrifice that's needed, but it ain't going to be on you, because you're having a financial victory while they're having financial turmoil, taking massive losses. They lose is here 2 times. Okay? They lose 2 times in the spiritual realm and in the physical realm. They lose because you are powerful, chosen. You always have been. But it wasn't until you awakened and you came to remember that power that all of this crap that they was trying to do against you, it got shut down quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now they're being punished. It got shut down quick, fast, and in a hurry. Punishment. Like little children, because that's what they are. Well, I don't even want to compare these silly beings to little children. Why did I put that back? That said Phoenix Rising. You rose from the ashes that they tried to bury you in. You would never stay down. You would never stay down because your faith won't allow you to do that. Regardless of what was happening, regardless of the obstacles that was placed in front of you, your faith is what allowed you to have the victory over your enemies, because you understood that this can't last forever. This is happening for a reason. The Most High must have something great laid up for me. So let me keep pushing. Let me keep practicing gratitude. Let me stay in the spirit of faith. Let me stay in the spirit of love. You healed, chosen. You healed. So now these beings, they got to go through the tower, because that's what's at the bottom of this deck. Sudden upheaval, chaos and destruction, unexpected change and disaster, divine intervention. The lightning strikes down the tower. Everything that they thought was hidden is now being revealed. Okay, because they thought that they could crown themselves. They thought that they had mastered their power over you, but they could never. They could never. Everything is collapsing. Look at that. 5 of Wands is in the reverse. They've been defeated. All of these stupid dummies that tried to come together to work up against you, now they fighting against each other. This is a losing battle for them. It was a losing battle from them from the very beginning. They just didn't know it. It's all it was about. Competition, just ego, wanting to cause chaos because they wanted to be in control. But now they go through struggle. Now they deal with the setbacks. Now they're all, having petty arguments with each other. And this is you taking the leap of faith to start a brand new beginning. Light as a feather in your energy. Throwing all caution to the wind, carefree. You ain't even thinking about these fools. You leave them to their own demise. You leave them to their own destruction. Okay? This is their reality, and this will remain their reality, because now you have a brand new beginning, and they stay in the 5 of Wands, dealing with challenges that they're creating for each other, challenges that they create for themselves, upheaval, chaos, fighting over things that they will never be able to receive. Many of them are fighting because they don't want to be the sacrifice. They're trying to figure out, okay, somebody has to be sacrificed because they couldn't get you. You already taken a leap of faith into a realm, the 5D dimension, that they are not welcome to because they're not vibing high enough to step into that frequency. So when you take the leap of faith, they can't catch you. They can't touch you. They can't see you. They can't find you. And so they're left to fight with each other because all of them are trying to figure out who's going to be the sacrifice. Who is the Grim Reaper coming to collect? But what they fail to understand is that it's going to be more than one. It's going to be more than one. So they need to just go ahead and accept it, surrender, and understand next lifetime, they better come back and do it right. That's my message for you all. I love you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know how this resonates with your circumstance, and I'll talk to y'all next time.